Hi everybody, this is the Oily Prepper. I promise no tears today unless it's tears from laughter. We're just gonna have some fun and hang out. No ranting or anything. We're just gonna have some fun. And no, I'm not trying to step on any other chat's toes. We can go until there starts or something. I don't care. I was just bored. Wanted to have some fun. So anyway. Alright, so Swansea says that he's got a story to tell us.
It's a
So,
great story for people who cook.
okay.
I grew up as a kid in a small town here in New Hampshire. I grew up with my grandparents. From the day that I was 4 years old until I met my wife at the age of 19, I didn't know that chickens weren't boiled whole. So the first time my wife ever cooked me a roasted chicken in the oven, I said, "What the hell are you doing?" It goes in a big pot full of water with onions and stuff. And when it comes out, you scoop the foam off the top and you peel that nasty yellow skin off the top of it, and then you cut it up and you eat it.
You
The
didn't know
first
there was
time
other
she ever
ways to
roasted one, I, I almost shit myself because there was no yellow foam on the top. There was no yellow skin on the outside. I'm like, what the hell do you do with this thing?
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Oh, it
Isn't
was
that
disgusting.
funny how when we're growing up, the way our family does it, that's like all we know for the most part. And
That's
so,
all I knew of a chicken.
yeah, I never ate asparagus until I was an adult.
My wife and kids still won't.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Me too, except the funny pea smell.
That's the best part about it.
You know you ate it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. So, what did you think of it when you ate it?
Mind blown.
It was good, huh?
Oh, and I didn't realize you could eat chicken skin.
Yeah, and it's flavored. Oh my gosh, and crispy. Probably it was crispy. Oh,
And now
yum.
here today, I rotisserie a whole chicken, and of course I'm a big cooker anyway. I'm a griller. I do a lot of smoking and stuff, so I rotisserie one today. Now I met my wife 16 years ago, so we're big avid cooks. She's from Louisiana. I'm from New Hampshire. You know, we have a big variety of what we eat. But yeah, the first time I had a roasted chicken, I was like, "What the fuck are you doing? You're ruining my chicken."
That is funny.
Yeah, pathetic, really.
Well, Gear was telling me that he's got a picky eater. I don't know if he wants to tell about it or not.
Yeah, my youngest, he's almost 6, will be in July, and don't like hot dogs, pole sausage, macaroni and cheese.
What kind of kid doesn't eat macaroni and cheese?
That's what I
I know.
said. That's what I said.
Don't
Sorry,
like noodles.
What's the kid eat?
I have a
Applesauce?
niece that doesn't like anything with cheese pretty much. She's doing a little better now that she's older, but
Pretty
Oh no,
much
cheese is where it's at.
cereal,
yeah,
cereal, yogurt, and he'll eat fruit.
that's crazy.
Well, at least they eat fruit.
Oh my goodness.
Between cheese and bacon, they both make everything better.
Of course. Unless it's Justin from Coins Unwrapped's kid who wants to put seasoned salt and bacon with gummy bears. Have you seen that
Gummy
video?
bears and sugar.
Oh, I know.
Applesauce?
That is so hilarious. I was like, ugh. But he was so cute. I was like, how you couldn't get any cuter than that.
But I'm guessing Justin's kid is not going to have a restaurant anytime soon.
No, no, no. I think he needs to work on his flavor combination
It just makes me
a
curious.
little
What the hell
bit.
does Justin cook at home?
That's so funny. Oh my gosh. I don't know that there was anything that I wouldn't eat growing up, you know? I mean, um, hold on. I'm talking to Mr. K out here.
I use seasoned salt on about everything except for bacon.
Bacon's good enough alone here. You don't need to touch bacon. Leave it alone.
Yeah, I don't even put salt or pepper on my bacon.
Although they make a nice pepper bacon, which is good too.
Ooh. I yeah, a couple of weeks ago I made the mistake of making some BLTs for my husband and I, and we had to eat them for like 3 days after that. They were just so good. And it was even better with the blue and gold sausage company, from the ag deal, the blue and gold sausage or bacon that was with that. That was so good. We were He was like, that tasted so much better than the other stuff that we made it at first.
Now, Blue and Gold, is that a brand name or?
The ag kids, the agriculture kids that are in FFA, they Future
Okay.
Farmers of America, they sell it, and so you can only get it through the school, like towards the beginning of the school year or like early fall, and so we get it that way, and we stock up, and it is good. It's just their bacon is just the way they cure it. It's so delicious and just the right saltiness and just the right thickness. It is so yummy. It's so yummy. And I bake my bacon and it keeps it flat. So I lay it on a
Right
cookie.
on with you there. I bake mine every time.
Yeah, I found it so much easier, and you don't have to worry about dealing with all the spatter on top of your stove and everything, or worried about it spattering on you and stuff. So yeah, I just like to do that. But yeah, I just bake it and it stays nice and flat. So it works out well. I bake it at like 350 for about 10 minutes, and then I flip it over and finish cooking it. Sometimes it takes 5 minutes, sometimes it takes a little longer, but oh my gosh, it's so good. And then you can just drain the bacon fat in your container if you save your bacon fat. I don't always save it, but I do sometimes. So anyway, let me let Redneck know.
How
I
do I
sent
see? How do I see the external chat? I can't see it.
just a second, and I can post it in here, and then you can. That way, you'll find it. Let me go to my
I'll get it
outer
for you.
page here. I'll have to open up another page, and I'll. Oh, well, Gear's already got it, so that works. Because I've got mine on a separate computer. Gear posted it in here. You can just follow that, and it'll show you. And that works. So, anything interesting happened with you guys here lately?
Rain,
Where are you at, Swansea?
New Hampshire.
Really? So, are you getting some of these remnants from this tropical storms, or is it just regular storms coming through?
No, we had 2 good days of flooding rain, nasty rain. If I live up on a hillside,
We've had a lot of rain like that. I'm in western Oklahoma, so it's been a few weeks since we've had the major flooding rains, but southeastern Oklahoma is just getting pounded. Central Oklahoma is just getting pounded. It's ridiculous.
now do you guys have flood rains or is it just
Yeah,
soaking rains?
they're having flood rains. We've like in our area alone last month we got probably close to 20 inches of rain just in one month.
Wow.
And so it was a lot for us because we'd been in a drought for probably 7 years or better. It's just been awful. So, but it's starting to dry out now. So if we get rain, it won't be as bad. But for central Oklahoma and southeastern Oklahoma, they have continuously been getting rain. So it just doesn't take much for it to get into the flooding. We've lost a lot of people in floodwaters. They want to drive through those flooded streets and stuff, and they get washed off the road and into the creek or wherever, and it's not good.
Common sense goes out the window.
Okay, Gear, Mr. Crabinet wants to know if you can send him a link via Facebook. He cannot see it on his YouTube. So.
If Danny's coming in here, I'm out.
Oh, really?
No, I'm just kidding.
You turd. No
No,
drama
he's a great guy.
in the oily chat. No drama, dang it.
Nope, no drama from me. Now, we had a record winter up here this year. Record colds, record snow. It was basically a 6-month winter to us, but it thawed so fast that we had no ground absorption. It all ran off.
Yeah.
Then we got no rain until June. So we hit severe drought where we live.
That's what's like here. I mean, I haven't seen our area be green for 7 years or better. We've been living here since probably for 8 years, and other than where we water our yard, I haven't really seen it green out here at all. I mean, we've lost a lot of trees and stuff in our area, which, if anybody has been through western Oklahoma, trees are not exactly prime out here anyways. We don't have a lot of them, so losing trees is not good. We had to just take down probably we lost two pear trees, and they made the best pears. Let me tell you, big, huge pears, and you'd bite into them, and juice would just come running down your arms. They were so delicious. And Red Gear, can you send one to Redneck Cocker? Oh, he's left. Yeah, Redneck, I'll get it out to you here in just a second. But anyway, yeah, we had some nice juicy pears and stuff, and with no water, even though we tried to keep them watered, they died off. So we took those down. A huge tree that was in our backyard we took down, plus a bunch of smaller ones that was like shinnery that was real close together. Had to pull all those out. It looks so bare now in our backyard. It's just not even funny. So we've lost a lot of trees out here. We lost our two apple trees also, so we don't have any fruit trees now. I've got to get some more planted. So
Yeah, we don't grow much for fruit trees up here. Too
you
short of
know,
a growing season.
yeah, that's probably true.
I mean, we get the
could do like
raspberries, we get the blackberries, we get the strawberries, stuff like that, but they're seasonal
right,
fruits, and that's all you get.
really. See, we have it. If we can get the rain, we have prime. You know, it's prime for us here, but it's just getting the rain to support it. I'm gonna get Redneck 1 cent. So, like, what
You
is
mean
your absolute favorite
Redneck
food?
Cockerham?
Yeah,
Oh no, that guy too, huh?
yeah, that guy too. I'm gonna try to open this up and get him in here.
He's not going to try to cook something on air, is he?
He might, and I'd be okay with that. I'm kind of hungry right now. I hadn't eaten yet. I made a. I'm really loving my pressure cooker that I just got, and yesterday I made roast and carrots and potatoes and celery in there, and oh my gosh, it was so good. But um, I we had leftovers, so my husband ate that a while ago, but I haven't eaten yet. I'm I'm really not that hungry right now, so it's not a big deal, but yeah.
You're going to check out my Facebook page then. You'll see what I cook. I cook a lot of smoked, briskets, ribs,
Mm.
pulled
Oh my,
pork, stuff like that.
that sounds yummy. That sounds delicious. I need it. I need to get, we all get in a rut of recipes, that it's just like the same things over and over again, and I need to get some new recipes. I've got to start watching some of my friends' cooking videos and stuff and see if we can get that straightened out, because I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time, and I'm not a good multitasker, by the way, so maybe that'll work. But anyways, I seem to cook the same things. I do a Mexican casserole that's really good, and I do this where we call it hamburger enchiladas, where you brown your hamburger meat, and you can season it with whatever you like to season it with, and roll it up in the flour tortillas, lay those in your pan, smother it with your favorite chili, homemade chili or canned chili, and then sprinkle cheese on it and bake it in the oven for about 15 minutes, just till the cheese is good and oozy and the chili's hot, and then pull it out, and oh my gosh, that is so good with some salad and ranch dressing. That is so good. But
That's called a redneck enchilada.
the redneck enchilada. There we go.
That's right.
That's what I need to name it. Redneck enchilada. I never thought of that. But that's my son's favorite, and it's really quick and easy and simple to make. But it's like I just need to find some different stuff. You get in a rut like that. So Let's see, Todd's saying he didn't get a link. Well, doggone it. I'll go and get Todd a link. Let me see.
Yeah, I didn't get it through YouTube either. Mine came up through Facebook right off.
That is so weird. I don't know why it's not sending it out, that quickly. There we go.
YouTube sucks.
It does suck, but we can't complain too much because they're letting us do this free. So
That's true. But when it comes up, it's usually a notification about a day and a half later.
yeah, that's true. That's true. I just love this how it limits you on in a live chat. It limits how many times you can speak over on the side. I'm thinking, what is the point of a chat if you're limited on how often you can speak? That just cracks me up.
So if you're a motor mouth, you're screwed.
Yeah. There's Mr. K.
Speaking of motor mouths.
Oh.
How's everybody?
Hey, Danny.
Good. How are you?
I sent you a link for an hangout, but
I
then
know. I know. I went in and I was like, I didn't know most of the people in there, or I didn't know half the people in there, and I was like, okay, well.
No matter. I tried to get some more people over, and some other people also joined us, but also left again. Bob was on it, Utah was on it, a couple of others. Sam Waters from Backyard Diggers.
Yeah.
Jim, and anyways, there were a few people. I did try to do my best.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't get a link, Danny. What the hell?
He doesn't love you. He loves me. He doesn't love you.
I understand that.
Todd, I did send you a link. I just copied and pasted the link to your YouTube messages, so you may have to actually go into your messages and find it instead of just to your bell. So hopefully it'll be there because I copied and pasted it there. And for those that don't know how to do that, you have to actually go into your. Let me see if I can talk somebody through it. So you go on your channel, click on my channel, and then over on the very top it says Video Manager. You click on that, and then you go down to Community over on the left. Click on Community, and where it says Messages, you click on that. So, anyway, that gets you.
I still have no idea what you're talking about.
He's just not listening, is he? Okay.
No, I just don't know this YouTube thing.
Oh, okay. Well, we're not going to discuss it on here, but it isn't. I didn't want to be a part of any. I didn't want anything to arise. That wouldn't have been fair to you. So
just talk the food again. It got me hungry.
The food, yes. What is your favorite thing to eat, Danny?
Oh, I have many favorite things. Yeah, we have of course the Dutch kitchen, which is quite rubbish. In matter of fact, in my opinion. I like stews and steak. I'm a real meat eater.
Yeah. Yeah, steak's one of my favorite too. I like it. I know a lot of people that eat it like rare or medium rare, and I'm just not like that. It's like I want to know it's good and dead. So I like mine cooked medium well, and have a little bit of color on the outside of it, and that's what's good. Gear disappeared. He had his wig on, his nose. He put his cap back on.
And can Will Hornbuckle maybe join?
Oh yeah, send him a link. Send him a link. I was like totally blanking out on who all to send links to, and
I had the same problem. If you don't see the people in the side chat, you don't know who from the friends you have to invite.
Yeah. We
I
left now.
asked him what link. Of course, he will have a link. Let me see.
Yeah, I don't know if Will is on or not. I think it's usually more closer to 10:30 when he gets on, but
Yeah, might be.
I'm sure he'll like a link when he does get on, though, if he's not on.
It is 10:30 my time.
Just
Well,
Ducky
Central
out there.
Time.
Oh, okay.
We have
He'll be here in a sec.
we have Just
All right.
Ducky. I'm a redneck Cockerham is in the side chat, although I think he's in a live chat somewhere else too. And Todd Mitch, and of course Gear. SKS Hugo was out there. Jason McDaniel. I don't know if Jason got. I was gonna send him a link too. Jason, if somebody could send Jason one, that'd be good. Hey, Will.
Hey.
That was fast.
You said.
Hey, Will, how you doing, buddy?
All right, how you doing?
What's up? Find anything good today?
Oh, I worked. So
Oh,
yeah.
that's not any fun.
I'm off for the next 2 days though, so I'll be going out.
Ah,
Now my truck's not fixed, so I haven't got sober since my truck broke down. But
oh,
I got a new permission that I hit last. I don't know. My last day off. It's only 50 yards. It's my neighbor's yard, caddy corner to me. He gave me
yeah.
permission. And I got a pocket watch. I got 2 pocket watches. I actually got 2.5.
Dang.
But no silver. Virgin ground though. It's nice. He said it was detected out. I mean, that was a long time ago. Detectors have come a long ways.
Technology changes a lot.
Is this a metal detecting chat?
Nah.
Oh no, we can't talk metal detecting. All right.
No, you can.
We talking
It's
oil?
a whatever cat. So most anything goes as long as it doesn't drag us down. Got to be fun or intriguing or interesting or something.
No negative Nancy.
No negative Nancy's. Yeah, if somebody could send Todd Mitch a link, that would be good, because for some reason they're not showing up when I'm sending them up through my bill here. Weird.
Oh, who do we got in the audience?
We've got Todd Mitch, Gear Grad 19, which is also in here, Just Ducky, I'm a redneck Cockerham, Will just popped his head in there. SKS Hugo was out there, Jason McDaniel, of course Mr. Crabinay, all the people that's in the panel in here, Swansea Searcher. That's about it. There's 15 watching, but they're not everybody's saying hi out there. They're watching incognito, I guess. They're just hiding out.
For
Jason
years.
Daniels, he's given Frank a run for his money. His long-winded chats.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Well, he had one where he went on a walk and he talked and he talked
Wow.
just recently. He had to divide it into 2. He had part 1 and part 2. He was talking so much.
Dang. That's funny. Yeah, I'm a pretty good talker too. If you get me on a subject, I get fired up about anyway. But we were talking about favorite foods. Will, what's your favorite food? Like, say it was your very last meal. It was going to be the end of the world come tomorrow, and so it's your very last meal.
Deer.
Well,
Deer?
I mean, well, what if I was on death row? Otherwise, it's just too much for my brain to understand.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, all right.
You could be on death
My last meal before I'm executed. And then, because otherwise my brain just gets too cluttered with stuff. I wouldn't be thinking about food. I'd probably be trying to get laid for the last time somewhere.
Okay, if you were in prison and you can't worry about getting laid for the last time because, that's not an option. There's no conjugal visits there. And, you were fixing to go to death row, or fixing to go to the chair or get
Yeah.
the needle in your arm, what would you request?
I would have a pizza, I guess.
A pizza, really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, you're simple.
Yeah.
Now, thin crust, thick crust, what toppings? You got to inform us.
Well, I'm a vegetarian, so
Oh, so just vegetables, like crazy
yeah,
vegetables, right?
mushrooms. I like fungus.
You like fungus? There's fungus among us.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if somebody was cooking, I could have, but vegetarian food is so funny that if you don't cook it just right, it doesn't taste right. So, I mean, it's not nothing that a prison guard would cook right for me.
Oh, yeah, that's probably true.
He would probably throw in green beans and mashed potatoes on a plate and call it good. Bread and butter.
Yeah. What would be your last meal, Danny? What would be your last meal?
It's so hard. There's so many good foods around the world, but
No.
I like the Suriname dish, roti.
I don't guess I've ever tried it.
It's a sort of pancake. You have long elongated beans on the side. We call them spersiebonen. Damn, I don't know the American word for it. You got the chicken that almost falls apart. It's so tender. You got an egg, and it's spiced up with Indonesian spices, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's. I think it's a very good meal as to have as last meal.
Mmm.
I
Yeah.
have no idea what the hell Danny's talking about, but it sounds damn good.
I know
No.
it does sound good, doesn't it?
That prison guard ain't making that shit though. He's gonna say you
They're
want
like just gonna throw some instant taters down on the
Yeah.
platter.
He said instant taters and chicken.
But I love a simple barbecue with some burgers or some chicken legs as well.
Yeah. Gosh, that all sounds good. Yeah, I'm like you. I'd have a hard time picking. What about you, Gear?
Ribeye cooked on the grill. Every time you lift the grill lid up, pour a little bit of Bud Light on there.
Oh, yum. Ribeye. That's
Just
my favorite.
ribeye, nothing else.
Ribeye, when it's just all good and marbled and it just melts in your mouth, it's just so buttery and yummy. Hopefully we're not offending you there, Will.
Oh, I'm alright.
What about you, Swansea?
I'd go for a great smoked brisket with a side of lobster mac and cheese.
Oh, yum.
Yeah.
That
sounds good too. I've not tried lobster mac and cheese though.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean,
Is it?
I come from New Hampshire, where the lobsters come from Maine. They're
Right.
abundant.
Right.
Lobster mac and cheese is to die for, with a good smoked brisket where you can cut it with a spoon.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be my out. But
Oh
I
my
need
God.
my side of naan bread too.
No. Oh yeah, naan bread. I haven't tried naan bread, but I've seen people, making it or talking about it on food
Olive
shows.
oil, garlic, naan bread. You can't beat it.
I think for my last meal, I would probably it'd be a ribeye and a good side salad and a baked potato with like butter and sour cream. I'm gonna die anyway, so butter and sour cream and some cheese on top. Might
Sounds
as well
good
go
to
out
start
with a
the
bang and clogged arteries.
Don't forget
That-
the bacon bits.
and I like the A1. And don't forget what, Gear?
The bacon bits.
Oh, the bacon bits. Oh yeah, might as well. Might as well just sprinkle that all over there.
Big lobsters are quite expensive here. I'm gonna look it up how much one costs. But I like lobsters, but the ones we get are deep frozen and only so small.
Mhm.
So those are just babies.
Yeah. I haven't actually eaten a lot of lobster in my time, so I'm kind of on the fence on it. I like I like crab salad and stuff like that. I haven't eaten a lot of lobster, but my brother did take me, to a good seafood restaurant, and I ate some lobster, and it was okay, but I guess it was just because I wasn't used to having it. It was almost kind of bland to me. I'm used to Southern cooking with lots of spice and lots of lots of stuff, combinations going on, I guess, but
Here is an one. They are 32 euros, so that's let's say 36 bucks for an XXL large of an XXL sized lobster.
Yeah.
Holy
500
crap.
500 millimeters by 180 millimeters. Oh no,
oh,
no, it's fish dummies. Oh, it's plastic. Sorry. Jeez, wake up, dude. Oh, sorry about that. Stupid internet, making me confused. Oh, there was a fake one.
a
You know,
fake.
yeah, the ones you see in the fish stores.
Oh yeah.
I have a good side now. Excuse me for that. Canadian lobster alive, starting at $20.
Oh my goodness.
Is that per pound?
I think it's per lobster. No, a kilo. Sorry, that's
Per
1,000
kilo?
gram. Yeah, per kilo.
Mm,
We pay $3.99 per pound.
Oh no, sorry.
dang.
Now I see it. Per kilo, it's 45 euros.
Only
Oh my
cocaine comes in kilos here, buddy. We don't know what you're talking about.
Watch it, or I'll send you some. Will?
Yeah,
No,
no. Yeah.
kidding. No, but a kilo. Damn. An ounce is 26 grams. And how many ounces in a pound?
16.
16, yeah.
No, I'll grab a converter. Let's go easier.
How many pounds are in 100 pounds?
Kilo to
I'd have to guess 100.
That's funny. Okay, so what's your favorite summertime food then? Because it's different for summer and winter and fall. It's all different. Like when you're hot, you do not want a bunch of really hot food because that's just like if you've been out working or metal detecting or whatever, and you come in, what is it you're gonna want to eat?
Pizza.
Pizza again, Bill. Oh my goodness. I like fruit pizza. Where it's like got the cream cheese spread on there.
No. Fruit and
Powdered
pizza don't
sugar
mix.
and Fruit,
No.
No,
No fruit. Fruit plus pizza equals bad times.
no. You could do like a sugar cookie dough, like crust,
No.
and then so it doesn't have to be like a bread crust, It can be a sugar cookie
No.
dough crust.
What about
No,
meatless meatballs? How's that sound?
meatless meatballs.
That
So is
sounds
it
even
soy?
worse.
You just you fry up a couple pounds of mushrooms. You know, the white ones you see in the store.
Right, the button mushroom.
Cheese?
No cheese. And then you fry it, and then you add some onions and fry them. Get it all nice and dark looking, and the darker it looks, the more it tastes like meat. You won't even tell it's not meat. And then you throw in some oatmeal in it, and then throw your spices in, however you like your meatballs. A little oregano and a little maybe a cumin or whatever you like your meatballs to taste like, and then just round them out, and then plop them in spaghetti sauce and let them cook for 15 minutes in there after you take them out of the oven. Good stuff.
you eat also tofu?
Huh?
You
No,
eat also
I don't eat that crap.
because that's also a vegetarian, isn't it?
Yeah, like in 1970. What the fuck? I mean, they make hamburgers now. You can't even tell, but I mean, nobody eats tofu anymore. That's crap. I mean,
That's
they make
okay.
such good meals now that you can't even tell it's not meat. I mean, you can buy it frozen dinners now. They
Okay.
look like hamburgers, you know.
I haven't talked to a vegetarian about food in like 20 years, so sorry for that.
Yeah. No, I'm not mad at you, Danny.
Jason
No.
McDaniel
Yes, you
says,
are.
what?
Yes, you are.
Oh, but I get that a lot. I get the tofu question. It's just amazing to me that no. It's like asking me if I use what's the first metal detector ever made, you know? No, they've moved on technology and stuff like that.
Okay. And
Jason McDaniel says, what's the use of meatballs if there's no meat?
Well, that's why they're called meatless meatballs.
Meatless meatballs. Meatless balls is what they
Yeah, 'cause they're you know what balls are, right? And they're shaped like balls. So we just don't need
Oh
that.
my goodness.
and
We could
and
go
about
off on a
the
tangent there if that would not be good.
and about the kilo, a kilo is 2.2 pounds.
2.2 pounds.
Yeah, so you pay for a kilo of 2.2 pounds, you pay $50.
So $25 a pound, basically. A little over
Yeah.
25 a pound. Yeesh. Or a little under. Dang.
Yeah, it's not bad. I never said tofu's bad for you, but why? I mean, there's so many other good things to have. I just can't even imagine eating tofu. I mean, you can cook anything. You can make potatoes or anything. I mean, why even make? I mean, after you're vegetarian for a long time, maybe in the beginning when you're trying to get off meat or something, I guess there's reasons to eat stuff like tofu to really trick you and stuff like that. But after a while, you don't miss meat at all. You don't even think about it. I mean, it still smells good. When I walk in the break room, everybody's eating that. Don't get me wrong, meat tastes good, delicious. I'll never lose. You know, I'll never win an argument against the taste on meat.
Oh my goodness.
It's the ethical issue I have with the
Yeah.
confinement and the treatments and
Yeah.
ending another species' life when they only have one to live, just like us, just like anybody. They have the ability to suffer. They have
Yeah.
the ability to be happy and sad and all that stuff. All the traits your dog would. Would you eat your dog? No, well, maybe some Asians might, but I don't think you would.
Yeah, we had many of those incidents here throughout the decennia with the Chinese restaurants and cats disappearing in the neighborhood.
Yeah. I mean,
Seriously,
anybody's watching. I don't mean anything bad by that. It's just, I mean, they actually do. They kill dogs over there and eat them, and it's not like a
Oh,
secret. I mean, they'll you can watch it on film. It's disgusting.
yeah. Trust me. I mean, I get where you're coming from, Will, and I certainly, I do eat meat, but I certainly wouldn't want to, I believe, I don't care what it is. I don't care if you're squishing a bug or whatever, or killing a mouse that's a pest or something like that. I believe that people need to be very mindful of the fact, if you're going to do it quickly. You don't pin them up on top of each other and stuff. I've seen video of those dogs just all piled up. I mean, you couldn't fit any more in there. They've just got them crammed in these cages, and that just breaks my heart.
Yeah.
Absolutely breaks my heart. But we got to move on to happier topics, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't want to go to sad. I don't want to go to
It's getting twilight here, and all the birds are chirping. That's always a good moment in the day.
Oh, yeah, it is. That's one of my favorites. Believe it or not, Miss Oily here used to chop cotton or, hoe the cotton, get the weeds out whenever I was younger for my aunt, and I loved it, that time of day, and, chopping the cotton, smelling that dirt and stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was hard work, and once the sun really got up, it was good and hot, but it was fun to be out there and just, at that time of day when the sun's coming up and the air just smells so good and clean and, out in the middle of the country, I just love it. When they were digging up the trees, that were dead getting them knocked out. Of course, with that one huge tree, the root system was pretty deep, so when they pulled it out, pulled up a bunch of fresh dirt, and I walk outside and I smell that, I'm like, oh my gosh, that smells so good. I know for a lot of people that probably sounds weird, but for a
Yeah.
country girl, fresh
What,
dirt smells good.
what were they digging up dead trees? I don't get that. What
Well, we had, I guess you wasn't in here yet. We had like 7 years of drought here, and so a lot of the trees out here and stuff died, you know. So we had to dig up a huge tree and then a row of what we call shinnery, which is just smaller oak trees basically that are all just little thin ones that are kind of clumped together. So we had to get those pulled out. So anyway, yeah, they kind of had to push those out, and when they did, the root system pulled up all of that dirt. It smelled delicious, like not delicious like good, but you know, awesome.
There's LXIX. I seen the recant video of. I guess he had the wrong guy after he
Oh,
passed.
did he do a recant video?
Yeah, he felt bad.
Yeah. I think most people probably just thought it was him and thought he was somebody else because, you know, when they checked on there, they didn't see that there was any videos and stuff. So I think they thought that it was a troll account. I think everybody pretty much knows now that it wasn't who they thought it was, and the only thing I'm going to say on that is even if it was who they thought it was, that doesn't mean that person is the one that's guilty. And I just don't want to point fingers at anybody without knowing for sure. I wouldn't want somebody doing that to me. So
Yeah.
I just don't want to see anybody hurting each other anymore. Because I love everybody, and it makes me sad because I think of all of you as family. NC
Same here.
Diggo's out there.
Yeah, get Tom in.
Yeah.
Because I tried to get him in the other one also, but he fell asleep, I think, or was busy doing something, or chilling in the swimming pool.
So yeah.
That
But
would be a nice thing to have a good jacuzzi in the back garden here.
I really want, like, I have issues with my muscles and stuff, and it'd be so nice to have a nice hot tub out there that is private, so nobody's seeing my big old fat booty and legs in a swimsuit, and I could just go out there and crawl in my hot tub. It'd be nice. I'd be all for that, and I'd sit in it in the middle of winter too, with snow on the ground.
Yeah, I wanted to tell that when I go out on the fields in the winter, because the fields are muddy or hard or whatever, but they're very lumpy, and my knees ache a little bit. You know, and then
Hey guys, do you all know Red Bean?
Yeah.
yeah, Red Beam 58.
Yeah. All right. I'll shut up. Well, I wanted you to point. I didn't know. I thought maybe you didn't know him, and I wanted to make sure you seen his. He got a really nice class ring. Like I want to say a 1920s class ring, nice fat gold one.
That's cool.
Really? That's cool.
This is a while back though.
Nice age also.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we're used to the big fat gold rings, right? But not in the 1920s. I mean, that's a lot of money back then.
Right.
Yeah, especially in the 1920s.
I'll have to check out the video. I haven't.
But that
You know,
was that was still the Great Depression, wasn't it? Or the start of?
Yeah, I'm trying to get to. I don't think he labels it in his video because he keeps it a surprise.
that is really cool, though.
Must be the video that says woohoo.
I only,
Woohoo! Probably.
I only found 2 gold rings in the last 2.5 years since I started, and one was in Austria. I had the date on it, 1887 May, 1887, and the other one hadn't even had no marks in it, so that we think it might even be as old as 15th or 16th century, or even older.
I would, I want to get started and stuff like that, but like I said, I haven't hardly watched any videos. I tried to do some yesterday. I have to be real careful about like watching a lot of movement on the screen, like from close up. But I like to, I like to see what everybody finds. It's like, I can see why you'd be addicted to it because it's just like a treasure hunt every day.
But it's harder, getting harder by the month for most of people of us because we add on other metal detectorists and we like to watch all, but we don't have enough hours in the day to watch
Yeah,
all.
I mean, you wouldn't have time to do anything else. I know, and it's hard to weed through everybody's videos because,
And I don't wanna. I wanna make everybody happy, you know. And it's
oh, I know,
it messes
I
me up.
I
I wanna
know.
have fun things going on. I had enough misery in my life.
Yeah, no kidding. Well,
Oh,
I
and
mean,
about fun times, it's almost a summer holiday here, and I'll be getting my son for one time 12 days, I think, or 15 days, and the other 6 days. So
yeah,
almost 3.5 weeks this year in the summertime. So that's good.
he's such a cutie pie. I just love him. He's so adorable.
But he's a little rascal also, but he's
Oh, well, yeah,
full of life, and that's good.
yeah. Well, the reason why I decided to go ahead and do this chat tonight, I wasn't trying to step on any other chat's toes or anything, but I was I was kind of bored, and I usually get my granddaughter every other Friday, but her mama's got to be at work really early Friday morning, so I'm getting her tomorrow evening. So I don't know how much I'll be able to participate in anything this weekend. When I have her, she keeps me pretty hooked up, and she thinks Gigi's got to be right there with her doing. He takes my full attention.
A real girly.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, she's a tomboy too. I guess her mama called earlier today, and I had laid down for a little bit, and so my husband answered the phone, and she had to get onto her because she was kind of beating up on some kid on the playground. She's really tough, and she doesn't take anything from anybody, so we've got to get that kind of in check a little bit. But she's 2, but she's a scrapper already. So.
My son is 6.5, and he gets bullied a lot, and
Mm.
especially because he has these long curly hairs.
Oh, I love his
Uh,
curly hair. You
and
know,
they say he
okay.
has lice, etc., and pick on him. But I told him if the teacher won't listen and Mama won't listen, and even discussed it with my ex, I told my son just kick him between the legs.
Yeah, that's about all it takes, isn't it?
Yeah,
Or go
I have
for the
to
soft spots.
I have to learn him to defend up for himself. You know,
Well, yeah,
I've been through that shit all my life because I was
yeah.
small. So no, he won't have none of it.
Well,
But
let me tell
and
you.
my ex took it so seriously. Finally, after 1.5 years, she even goes to the parents there in the same village where she lives because
Yeah,
I don't know those parents. I don't live there. So hopefully the bullying will stop soon or subside
yeah.
because I feel sorry for my son
Yeah,
hearing
it's
that each
awful. I
time.
mean, my daughter's, was a victim too, and she wasn't one to fight. Matter of fact, one girl attacked her in school, in high school, and she just, she didn't want to get in trouble too because, unfortunately, that's how the schools have it set up is where, if you fight back to defend yourself, somehow you're in the wrong too and you get suspended too. So she just ducked and covered and waited until somebody pulled her off and stuff. But, she was very traumatized by it for quite a while. So Todd Mitch is in the house. Hey, Todd.
It
But
seems like it was always that way, though. They always tell you to walk away, right? When you're younger, just
yeah,
walk
it
away.
doesn't work like that. They don't let you walk away.
Yeah.
They don't let.
Yeah, but
And this
most
is
people ended
completely
up getting
different.
suspended.
This is a completely different world than we grew up in too. I mean, the bullying doesn't end at school anymore. It's like on the phone, on social media and stuff, and
I
It's
got
awful.
suspended like 11 times, and which of those 7 times because I stood up for myself and kicked the shit
Hmm.
out of the bullies.
That was my son too. We got called to the school because he got in a fight on the bus. We go to school and we're waiting, and I mean, I guess my son laid into this guy. We're in the principal's office and we're waiting, and here comes this kid coming in, and he's like 2 foot taller, literally 2 foot taller than my son, and outweighs him for probably 70 pounds or better. And my son like had enough, and he was on the bus, and this guy, I don't know what he did, if he slapped him in the back of the head or what, but my son went all over him, and it took like 5 seniors to get him off of that guy because he was so frustrated, and I can't hardly blame him. You can only take so much, and until you defend yourself, they just keep coming at you. They don't quit.
And they told me I had a bad temper, but they didn't see me being bullied all the time, and when I stood up for myself, yeah, I really go mental. I had a black shield in front of my eyes. I only can see red dots, and that's my target. And I go ballistic, or I had used to do that, when I was younger, because
Hmm.
you had to, because enough is enough.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I know. I hated to fight, but if somebody started one, I was always told you finish it if you need to.
And look how many people get really traumatized by this because they has these experiences at young age.
Hmm. Well, look, what's really bad is like the disrespect that like the younger kids and the teenagers have for adults and stuff now, because so many adults make excuses for their kids. And I have to say there was a couple of times where I did too, but um it's everybody else's fault but their kids' fault, you know what I mean? And so I mean the kids are disrespectful or just awful. It's ridiculous.
But
So,
babies
I
are
thought
babies too these days.
yeah, it's
They're
really.
getting pregnant at a young age these days.
We have Manland out there, and NC Digger and Sandy, of course, came by. Night, Sandy. Thanks for coming by.
God, you grew that beard back already?
Yeah, it's getting there, bud. And I mean, I got a shaver in a day or two, but yeah, it's pretty
Me,
much back.
It'd probably take me a month to grow that out like that.
my husband's like Todd is. He can just grow one really quickly, but boy, that is
Yeah,
crazy how fast some people can grow them and some people can't. My husband's brother gets so mad, one of his brothers, because when his grows in, it's like a little patch here and a little patch here and a little patch here, and it doesn't fill in, and he gets so mad because my husband was like, he'll see my husband, with a beard, and last time he saw him, he didn't have one, and it'd be like 3 days prior, and
yeah.
he's like, how in the heck do you do that? I don't understand.
It aggravates the crap out of me because to keep it up, I'd have to shave by nightfall. I'd shave in the morning. By nightfall, I'd have a shadow there.
Yeah,
So it just aggravates the shit out of me.
me too. Me too, Todd.
Yeah.
You'd make a good Muslim, though. I
So,
mean,
Yeah, that's for sure.
right?
well, yeah, I've let it grow before when I was younger. It got down pretty long there at one time.
Now, if the hair on my head would just grow as fast as the hair on my legs, I'd be doing good. If you get a bad haircut and the hair on your head would grow as fast as on your legs, we'd be all good. But what do you think about these women with these like hairy pits?
Ah, yikes! Rather not.
Oh.
Don't care for that.
Apparently, supposedly, it's coming back in. I don't know who's making it come back in, but that will never happen in my head.
Most likely some crazy old rock star like Madonna or so.
Oh, God.
Well,
Ugh.
it's supposed to be a sexy thing now. Women with
Uh,
hair under their arms.
Apparently, some people are saying that that's the new trend, and I'm like, well, I guess I won't be trendy. I hadn't been trendy all my life. I guess I'll just stay hair free under the pits. I can't stand that. I don't know how a woman would like that. That to me would seem hot and just.
I even maintain my armpits. I don't shave them, but the wild bits, and when it gets too long, I trim off a half inch or so, you know. Maybe I'm a bit I don't know, strange that way, but no. I feel like a hairy ape walking the beach in summertime then.
No,
Ugh.
men don't shave their pits, Danny. Most men, or I
This
don't know.
crazy European though one does.
I mean, I'm not doing like interviews and shit with them. Ask.
I don't care.
Yeah, I mean,
You have much worse things in life than a strange dude shaving his armpits.
I base everything off me being normal. I don't
Yeah,
shave my arm.
you're right. Like you're the perfect normal person on earth.
I guess if the women's armpit hair thing continues to grow, I can start a business for armpit hair accessories and hair care products.
Yeah.
You know, I could do like find some bling for them
It's
to
like those
weave in
Viking,
there or something.
those Viking beads they put in beards, but then pink ones, etc.
Have an infomercial for a little curling iron for your little armpit hair.
Oh man.
Making dreadlocks.
Ugh. It's so gross. Like my legs, the most I can go is like 2 days without shaving them. I can't even stand my legs touching themselves, like when they're hairy. I can't imagine. Ugh. And armpits, yeah. It's just so gross.
I don't like no hair in my mouth either.
Oh.
Once my beard gets to a certain point, it gets where it's itchy.
Yeah.
You're
Leave
just
that
like,
alone.
I'm done. It's got to come off, or I've got to trim it or something. I can't imagine. Oh my goodness.
That conversation hit a dead halt real quick.
You're still sucking in what I said.
They got ways to kill the hair sacs. Yeah,
Do what?
Yeah, with lasers, I think they can kill the hairs.
Yeah, remove them.
But that will take a lot of work, and it's not the best thing to do, you know, because it's like getting shot each time with a.
Yeah, it feels like a rubber band snapping you really hard. I had a friend that was a chiropractor, and they got in one of those things, and so they gave me a free treatment because I have these stupid 3 little spots right here, 3 little hairs that come up. My granny, oh my gosh, my grandma Myrtle, she had the little granny hairy chin thing going on, and I have one little spot that gets like 1, 2, or 3 little hairs, and it drives me nuts. And so they did free
I
treatment.
have this. I have one hair sac on my body, and it each time pops back, and it has always 2 twin hairs coming out of it.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, that's strange, but I'm strange.
Did y'all see that one like major ingrown hair video that this dude had? He had a red spot, and it was a dark spot actually, and it was pretty good size. And so he decided to like pick it open, and it was an ingrown hair, and he kept pulling, and he kept pulling, and he kept pulling, and it just kept coming out, and I was like, ugh.
That's
So
gross.
I mean, it was probably 10 inches long at least. I mean, it was
Oh.
crazy. It had been there forever. It was like, oh my gosh. Ugh. I guess if you shave wrong, you have more likelihood of that, happening. But
I watched the show, yeah, and those nasty things just sometimes pop up also on that show. And no, oh man, that's nasty.
I haven't seen that, but Manland's making a pizza. I sure hope it's not a hairy pizza.
Oh.
That reminds me of what is that? Was it She's All That, where the guys made the other guy that was being awful eat pizza with pube hair on it?
Jackass.
Oh my gosh. Ugh. That's so gross.
Sounds like
It was a while before I could even eat pizza again after that. Oh, yeah.
I had it happen to me once with an egg when I was in my early 20s, and I wanted to cook it. So I had the frying pan on. It was hot, and I popped it open, and a dead chick popped out.
What?
Yeah, no kidding. A small, undeveloped embryo, halfway of development, popped out.
Oh,
So it must be an egg that somehow got fertilized and
yeah.
yeah, had enough time to incubate.
Ew.
Yeah, that was a nasty experience. I didn't eat an eggs for like a year or more.
Well, who is it that eats those pickled ones that are like that? They're the eggs with the
I
embryos
think
in them. And,
they call it 1,000-year eggs. China, I do believe.
ugh.
And they especially like the small legs and the beak because they're nice and crunchy.
Oh.
Yeah, they call it balut.
Oh god.
Ugh. So, what is the grossest food that you've ever either seen or tried?
And who are you asking first?
Yeah, anybody. I don't care.
Let me think about it.
I eat tripe.
You eat tripe,
Tripe.
but
And cheese.
is that gross to you? I mean, I know
It's
what it
not
is.
to me, but to most people it is.
Yeah.
I had a couple of times chicken brain soup.
Chicken brain soup. I guess the grossest thing I've ever eaten was probably pig brain. I've eaten that mixed with scrambled eggs before.
I'll never. I promise everybody solemnly, I'll never eat brains again. Please.
Never again, huh?
Well,
Pickled pig's feet.
only when I turn into a zombie.
A zombie.
Yeah, zombies like brains, don't they?
Oh my gosh. What about the rest of you? What's the grossest thing you've eaten or somebody tried to get you to eat?
I know something that will freak you guys out. We call it haring. In English, I think it's called herring, but not baked or something, but half raw slash rotten.
Rotten?
Yeah, because they catch them, they take out the guts, but leave on the head and put them with head and tail into very heavily salt water and let them sit in there for a month or so. So the salt starts to tenderize the fish meat, but it's a sort of rotting process. But it's a delicatessen here. It's like raw fish in Japan and China, but then half gone. And even the Chinese and the Japanese love it. So
Danny,
But
they call it fermented.
yeah, for fermented. Okay, sorry, I didn't know the word.
Yep.
Is that the same as pickled herring or is that different?
No, it's completely different.
Fermented food is supposed to be good for you, but you know, I mean I love stuff like sauerkraut, but
Because you can do the same with meat.
They put it in a burlap sack. They put it on the ocean edge under rocks. They put it there for a few months. Then they come back, pull it out of that burlap sack after it's fermented. Then they eat it. It's a big Norwegian thing too. Am I right, Danny?
Maybe they did that in the old days. These days they do it in barrels.
Buddy Light says he's eating escargot is what, and then lima beans.
And you eat it with, if you like, with fresh onion, the sweet onion type, diced up, and you dip the raw herring in the onions and wow.
What you just had, gear, them were pretty good sardines there. What you just showed. Can't beat
Mhm.
that.
Oh,
Not
my
too much.
son likes the ones that with the sardines with the hot sauce, and he'll eat the ones with the mustard sauce. I'm like,
Yeah, these are the ones in mustard.
ugh. I tried. I like keep thinking, okay, it's just sort of like tuna basically, and I'll open the can up and I'll try them and I'll eat a few, and then the saltiness like really gets to me, and then I'll just feel like I'm gonna puke. I just can't do. I don't know what it is about it. Do you rinse them or anything, or you just eat them straight out of the can?
I say the bones get to you when you eat them and you taste some bones.
You think that's what it is?
I say that's what it is.
Oh my gosh. So, my mom always made salmon patties, whenever I was younger, and I like salmon patties. And so I opened a can because we didn't have any fresh salmon. So there was, oh, gear. Ugh. So I had a can of salmon. And if you've ever opened a can of salmon, you see all the little cartilage in there. I spent like an hour trying to pick all the cartilage out, and then when I was telling Mom, I said I made salmon patties and they were really good, but boy, it was a pain picking all of that cartilage out of there. She's like, "You don't pull it out of there. It like cooks down to nothing. You just mix them and make your patties and cook." I felt like an idiot.
But you pick it out if you make a salad of it, don't you?
Well, I
Uh,
never make a salad out of
no,
it. I just
but if you do, yeah, then the cartilage won't get that soft, and some bits and pieces can be sharp.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that makes
you
sense.
can chew on it. I don't mind myself, you know.
Mm, crunchy, kind of crunchy. But
Doesn't
yeah,
it look good? Oily.
oh, it's coming up. It's coming up. It's burning right here.
I never seen herring in mustard sauce before.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I had my breakfast a couple of hours ago, and it was a herring in tomato sauce.
Well, I like tuna salad. But I was staying at a friend's house, and whenever I was growing up, we always put sweet pickles diced up in there. And a friend's mom sent us to the store to get some pickles for their tuna salad, and we went to the aisle, and she reached for the dill pickles and I reached for the sweet pickles, and we both were like, "What are you doing?" Because we'd never had it the other way. So, I tried it her way, and actually I love that more than with the sweet pickles. So that's the way I do it now. But she tried it with the sweet pickle, and she liked it too. But yeah, it's kind of weird how all the way we do things can be similar but a little bit different, and we'd never think to do it the other way. But that's one of my favorites. I love that with the on some toast. Oh, that's so good.
Do you have deep fryers at home? So
Well,
you can fry your own fries, for example?
um I used to have one, but I used it way too much, and hence the reason why
Yeah,
I'm.
I understand. But it's just a common thing in the US kitchen.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know for a fact they deep fry turkeys, those special turkey things. But we in Holland we have the squarish ones like you have at the snack bars,
Yeah.
and we fry up our own whatever. We have loads in the supermarkets, like
Yeah.
a thing called bitterballen, frikandellen, and you name it, we got it.
Hmm.
Maybe
Danny,
because the Europeans or Dutch people are lazy that way, because it's fast food and it's quite easy to make, especially when you got people visitors.
yeah, we're ass backwards. Yeah, pretty much.
But here's a question for you, Danny. Do you guys eat deep fried candy bars? Really?
No, no, I heard of that, but that's no joke then.
It's
Yeah.
disgusting. But you guys have them there.
We have candy bars, but how can you deep fry a candy bar?
They batter them, they fry them, they put them on a stick, and they sell them at state fairs.
Okay.
It's
Well,
gross. I'm just
Any
curious if you guys
fried
have them.
Oreo
yeah,
cookies?
it depends. Yeah, we have Oreo cookies. I love those.
They even fry ice cream.
Mm?
Yep, fried ice cream, that's gross too.
It depends. I like sweets, so I might like it.
Funnel cake's good though.
What kind of cake, Oli?
It's funnel cake. It's where they put this batter through a funnel, and so it swirls in the batter, and so it's just a swirly.
Oh, I know
Cake,
this.
and
I've
they
seen
put
this
powdered
in
sugar on it.
I've seen this in Portugal. It's almost like donut dough.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yep.
but
Yeah.
even a bit more fluffier.
Yes.
Yeah, and sometimes they take a piece of it and they fill it with a special thing with chocolate.
Yeah. I mean, it's sort of like that, but yeah. That,
And the pan I saw they used to do it in Portugal was like a giant wok frying pan.
mm,
Ah, cool. That's
yeah.
funny. Same in Portugal, and maybe it came from Portugal to the USA.
It's still gross, doesn't matter where it comes from.
Manlian's talking about hoghead souse out there.
Have y'all ever tried a pig's tongue?
No, I haven't.
Yes, sir, Todd, I have.
That's good stuff right there, ain't it?
Beef tongue is even better.
I've heard it's good, but I mean, I would eat it if I was starving. If I was starving, I would eat it. I
You
might
eat
try a
it?
bite otherwise too.
Do you eat horse also in
No, no, we don't. But I know that a lot of people do in like Europe. So
but it's not always kosher. It's yeah, not the Jewish kosher, but that there's many fraud going on, and they even sold horse meat as beef, or like cow or ox, but not. They didn't say it was a horse. You know, they pretended it was another animal.
huh. Well, is it true that they have some sort of a horse symbol on the outside of their places to
Yeah,
show what they do?
some still do, and some own specialize in horse meat. But
Yeah.
it depends on where you live, really.
Ugh. I just nah.
I'd
I
try
would.
that.
I guess if I was starving, I would, but I don't know. There's some things that you just don't grow up with it in your.
I don't specialize in horse meat or so.
You
I
don't.
ate it maybe a couple of times, but no, it's not my thing really. Also,
Ugh.
yeah, I don't think it's disgusting or something. If you put it in front of me and you wouldn't tell me, I just eat it. But if you would tell me, I think, oh, let's try how the taste is different from other meats, you know. But
Yeah.
I would have no problem with eating it. It's still food. It's already dead, so you better make the best of it.
Hmm.
It would be a waste to spoil it, you know.
Yeah.
My favorite dessert is called flan. You ever heard of it?
Flan.
Flan. Flan. Yeah.
Man, is that
What?
good? I haven't had it. I had a Spanish. Well, she was from Uruguay. Um, she was born in New York though, but her family's right from Uruguay, and man, they made the best flan ever.
Mmm.
I mean, it doesn't.
And
It's like caramel pudding.
Mmm. That sounds good.
Get some good deer jerky too.
Yeah.
That's pretty good stuff too.
Flan. Oh, that does sound good.
If I knew cat was good eating, I'd start picking up all the strays.
Oh God. Ugh. My mom's neighbor, they have a bunch of junk in their yard, and there are wildcats all over the place out there. I feel bad for them. And the pound won't come and take them, try to find them homes or anything, and they're just out there starving. It's awful. I mean, I hate euthanasia, but I don't know what's worse, letting them starve. I don't know. I mean, because there are like probably 40 or 50. At one time, there was probably close to 100 just in their yard, just hiding up under all that junk and stuff. And it reeks over there because of all the cat poo
Yeah,
and everything. It's so
ammonia.
gross.
Well, we don't have that problem here. Over here, we don't have a leash law, so they can run free. So
Yeah.
the cats are pretty much getting ate up by the big dogs around here.
Oh,
If you have to have a cat, you pretty much have to keep it inside, or the dogs.
oh yeah. Well, there were some coyotes that were coming into town at my mom's, and she had a lot of cats seeming disappear there for a while. When especially this one coyote showed up all the time. And my mom, even though she has a fenced-in yard, she still had to be real careful and when she was letting her little dogs out. But uh,
It's the neighborhood dog. I mean, I got a couple dogs myself, but this everybody's dogs combined is pretty much a cat
yeah,
wouldn't make it too long
yeah.
here. You know what I mean?
I'm grateful we live just out in the middle of nowhere and don't usually have to worry about it. But I do have to keep an eye on my dogs because I have their brothers, they're older men and their brothers, and one lives to the south of us and one lives to the north of us, and they'll just shoot your animal,
Yeah.
you know. Even if they go missing and you ask them, if you see them, please, just holler at me and I'll come get them. They won't. They'll just shoot them dead. So I have to keep a real close eye on my dogs. And I'm just not one of those that believes that you should put them on a chain or, in a fenced-in area where they're not free. I mean, our dogs love to go and chase rabbits out here and stuff like that, and just go out and play in the field and have fun. And I just don't want them living on a chain. So
Well, about a mile down the road, you have to have them on a chain, but where I'm at, you don't have to. So
yeah. Now, if they've made a habit of going to other people's places, I would do something different. I would get one of those radio frequency fences or whatever just to keep them in our area. But since they're pretty good about staying up here, they like to go out to the horse tank and drink. Or not drink. They drink too, but they like to swim. We've got a part husky, and she goes out there and she lives out there in it during the summer, because she needs to be cool. So she stays out there in that a lot during the day, and the other dogs go with her and swim. So it's kind of funny to watch. It's like having 3 kids go out there and swim in the horse tank.
I tell you what, it was 95 today, and it felt like 120.
Oh, is the humidity awful?
God, man.
Oh, it's bad here too.
That
It's crazy.
Tennessee hot, sticky humidity, God. If somebody's ever been here before, they'd know, but I don't know if anybody's ever been here. It was
Where are you at?
it was 95, but the humidity was 100.
Where you
Where
at?
are you?
East Tennessee.
Oh, well, yeah.
Nobody's ever been there.
Probably not. Probably not.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I bet it is really humid. I don't know where we went whenever I was little. We went to a place, I think it was probably in Arkansas. It was Dog Patch USA. Have any of you guys heard of that?
Nope.
Well,
Dog patch.
Dog Patch USA. The characters were based off of some older shows, like from back in the 40s and 50s, and they were hillbilly characters, and so there were characters there and stuff. But wherever we went, it was down in a valley, and they had this. It's sort of like whenever you go to ride in a cage, like to go up on a ski lift or something, but this takes you down into the valley, and oh my goodness. And Gear, I don't know how much longer I'll be on here, so if you're still, if you don't come back before we're off, I'll just tell you have a good one. So.
Have a good one, bud.
Yeah, I don't want to step on anybody else's chat, so I don't know how much longer I'll be on here, but I was just bored and appreciate you guys coming and entertaining for a little bit.
If I'm not back, have a good one.
You. Love you, Gear. Bye. But anyway. Okay, somebody's talking still about braiding. Oh, I guess that it popped back up. It went up on me, my outside chat. I guess they were talking about braiding the armpit hair.
Will, how hot was it? Where you at?
Oh, way up north in Michigan. It's probably 60 degrees.
I was gonna say it's still cool there.
60?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'll type it in here and see.
Sly dog you.
Oh, 52.
Oh my goodness.
I
52.
know. I have the heart of a southern person, but I have the temperature needs of more of a northern climate person. I just soon it be cooler and stuff. I'm not a summer person. The heat gets to me really badly. I'm thinking, bugging out's going to be really difficult if I have to do it because I'm going to die, like I said the other day, about 100 feet into the walk. I'm going to die. I'm just going to die. That's just all there is to it. I just can't handle the heat. Ugh. In Oklahoma, it's like that hot wind that it sucks all of the moisture out of you, too. It's just, ugh.
It's been cold this summer so far here. Let me see how cold it is at the moment.
Yeah, what's the temperature
We've been
over
pretty
there?
blessed too around here, it just started heating up, and so it's getting hot now. And with all this moisture coming up from the Gulf, it's humid right now. But overall, we really didn't. I didn't have to turn on the AC units for until just about 3 weeks ago, maybe. So that's pretty good for us, because I like to be nice and cool, and my house is usually about 66 degrees in the summer because I just can't handle the heat. So I haven't had to do that, get it that cold yet. So I'm hoping it stays where it's not just miserable.
At the
Or
moment, it's 54 Fahrenheit here.
Fahrenheit.
But it's still morning. But it will warm up a little bit. But I think it's supposed to be in mid 70s till mid 80s this time of year.
Yeah.
My conversion from F to C is sometimes messed up, so sorry for that.
We need rain bad down here, man. The gardens ain't doing good. We just need some rain.
Are you going to get anything out of this tropical storm coming in from the Gulf at all, do you think, or is it just not going to hit you?
I ain't heard nothing about that, to tell you the truth about it.
There was a tropical storm in the Gulf. It's kind of hitting Oklahoma, but usually what it does is it hits Oklahoma and then it curves back kind of your direction. So I thought maybe you'd be able to.
Yeah, well, we got these mountains over here. A lot of the storms get blocked by the mountains too. They hit
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I didn't think of that.
Let's see, what's the mountains over there? Shit.
Smoky.
There you go, Smoky Mountains. There you go. And there's some other mountains there. You got Clint Mountains. There's just different.
Appalachian Trail.
There you go, Appalachian Trail and all that.
Well, guys, I don't want to step on Michelle and them's chat, So I'm gonna probably call it quits here. And the hubby just came back in, so he wants to catch up on the show. But appreciate everyone coming out. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for the invite.
All right.
Thanks for the invite, Oily. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Everybody have a good one.
Thanks.
Brandon, Todd, Will.
Have a good one, buddy.
Night, guys.